to be uplifting. And because I was the person responsible for decorating pretty much every inch of it with my husband's work too, we both wanted things to be colorful and uplifting. I know there are artists that use art to express all kinds of political agendas, and I don't have that. It's just not in my nature. So if that's a style, I guess I could say that's a style. I like my work to look in a way that will make people smile. Something happened personally to me where I really had to withdraw. So the artwork came out of this extremely dark and painful place, and it was my salvation. I mean, it really was my saving grace, and out of that emerged this. This is what was able to come out, but the irony was that it came out of a very painful place. It didn't come out of a happy place, but making an environment that was nice to look at made me feel so much better. This table was from a catalog. It's a shaker, a Cohasset Colonial shaker reproduction. I had it for years and then left it in the basement of this house, and my grandmother stored it for me. And there were 3 or 4 pieces that I painted when I first started doing decorative painting. And the original pieces were black. So when you talk about expressing, you know, what looks either attractive or dark, the original painted furniture was black. A friend of mine is a decorative painter, and she was the inspiration. She had painted furniture, and I had this yearning to start painting. This is my favorite teapot. This is an African violet pot. In fact, at one point, this room was filled with flowering plants. And this is a doily pattern that became the basis for that part of this piece. And this is a clock that I made. I did very primitive freehand work. Then my next stage was stenciling.
I like those.
Then yeah, those are like cows and sheep. With the feel of the checks and the cherries. I think anybody who's involved in truly involved in the creative process, and not just acting as something called a brush, which is copying something. You know, when you're truly in that creative state, it's a totally different place. And when you're there, first of all, you don't want to leave it. And it's so precious. I think that when each of us goes there, we want to stay there, and to have the luxury of being able to stay there as long as it's available is wonderful. And when I was doing the decorative painting business, one of the major components of doing it for me was having that situation where I could go there, and when I was there, I would stay there as long as I needed to. In a way, everybody's an artist. I think everybody has to have some sort of outlet to be able to express what's in their soul.